So the premise of the drill is for Serge to go and put my hands on the ground. So can you butt please and just put my hands on the ground? See, I'm going like this, and that's my hands are not on Serge. Another way to prevent my hands from going on the ground so I can still maintain upper posture, can you butt please? Is I'm leaning back, so my head is going back. This, can you switch it up please? It seems like a good idea initially because it's just like, well, I don't want to put my hands on the ground. Why? Because the other person sees them and possibly sweep me over. But it's not a great idea to do because do you see how as I lift Serge up, you see how his head is back like this, right? As you do this, I extend my arm, I just push him back like this, right? Now, can he arm bar me? Well, certainly he can, right? But he doesn't have the top position. So you really want to try and keep a forward position like this, all right? So let's move on, shall we? Serge, can you go on top, please? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for his hand on the mat. Now I want to control his hand by basically extending my arm a little bit. I don't want to do this. I'm giving him the arm bar. So I just reach up a little bit. I'm clapping my hands together like this. And then I'm just going to pull into my chest. All right? The reason why I like to clap my hands together is so I'm using my grip to control. I don't want to necessarily use my hands like this. What if his forearm, what if his biceps like this big? Here it is really tough for me just to grab, and then I'm focused here on the flexion of my wrist. You see how I just put my hands together and then it's all about the grip. I don't necessarily have to use my musculature. Note the timing for this. So if his hands are maybe on top of me, note how I'm bridging up. Look at my hips, I'm bridging up, grabbing his hand, and then on the descension of my hips, that's when I'm pulling. All right, it is not one here and then I'm pulling down like that. All right. Also, I'll probably miss his hand, right? Because if Serge is really good with his balance, as I buck him forward, he's just going to pop back. You see how his hand is going to be gone. So note how it is like my hands. Our hands are connected by a string here. So I know where his hands are going because I'm bridging him in this direction. Right? He's not going to put his hand here. Right? I'm bridging him to this direction, so I know he's going to go this way. Look, it has his hands moved. You see how I'm already grabbing, it's already there. Right? Does that make sense? I am moving my hand, let's do this really slow, with him. Here, it's already trapping. And then look at my hips. As my hips fall, I'm already pulling into my chest. Now to finish this, and once I've attained the grip, I'm keeping this tight to my chest, what I want to do is I want to move my head. I want to move my head for two reasons. The first reason why I want to move my head is because I want to bridge Serge right here. I don't want to bridge him to the side, I want to bridge him above me in this angle, here over this shoulder. So I move my head so I can look into the mat. Right? I always look into the mat because it allows me to follow through and then get the sweep. Can we come back? I also want to move my head because as soon as I get this, sometimes people will feel this and they'll be like, holy crap, he can sweep me, so he's going to bring his head over this side, right there. Now what I want to do is I just want to make sure that my head is underneath his head. That way I can still do the sweep. Does that make sense? If his head is over here and my head is here, it doesn't matter. I can be like super strong. I could bridge like a garbage truck, but I'll never do it just because the weight is too far over. There's no leverage for me. So do you see how I'm moving my head this way? So that my chin is directly underneath his chin, and now I'm bridge. So let's go back, please. So the whole movement in completion is his hands are attacking my neck. Let's do this slow. I am bridging up, moving my hands with his one hand to ensnare his hand. I pull it down, and then I bridge again, moving my head directly underneath his head. You know how it is. Up, down, up. Okay, that's the rhythm. Up, down, up. Okay, it has to be done that way, otherwise it won't work. Okay, let's do it quickly. So at speed, this is what it looks like here. He's attacking me, I bridge you, so it's up, down, up. So let's try that, please, everybody. Bucket roll escape from bottom out.